You know, they won't even see that 50 grand bonus. They won't pass on it. Husband died last a couple of years ago. We won't let them.
So that woman that Ice murdered today was a lesbian. Renee Good was a lesbian. And the reason that this matters is because number one, her wife was in the car with her when it happened. Number two, shortly after, her wife gave a distraught interview to a reporter in which she mentioned, we have a 6-year-old who's in school right now. Like, I have to go pick our 6-year-old up from school. After this, the child's grandfather gave an interview to the news. This would either have been Renee's father or the father of that child's biological father. It's unclear from the context clues. That child's grandfather gave an interview to the news in which he said, I'm going to have to fly to Minneapolis to pick up my grandchild who has nobody left. There's nobody left for them. That child's other mother is still there. She's still there. That child was in a stable, loving, married 2-parent home, and the second parent is still there. That child's grandfather is now clearly intent on trying to rip this child away from their remaining mother after they lost their other mother today. This is why it matters that Renee Good was a lesbian. Because if she hadn't been, this situation would not be happening. This is the exact situation that I, by the way, have been talking about for the past 2 years telling people if Donald Trump is elected, I am going to lose my rights. They say, what rights? What rights are you talking about? What rights have you lost? What rights are in danger of yours? The right not to have your child taken when your spouse is murdered by the government. Do not let this part of the story get swept under the rug. Okay? That's what they want. Don't let it get swept under the rug. This is an additional atrocity happening after, again, the murder of a United States citizen by the United States government. And now they're going to try to take her child. Do not let this part of the story die. Talk about it. Be loud about it. It matters. It matters that Renee Good was a lesbian. It matters that her child's grandfather is now trying to take that child away from their home. It matters not only to that family, but it matters, I guarantee you, to people that you know and love, even if you don't know that it matters to them. We look around and we say, this could be us. This could happen to me. So don't let this part get swept under the rug.
Next time, like, straight citation, next time. And he goes, "Get it now." You did it now. Like, I was doing, I was gonna let
where the shooting of an eyewitness of the shooting speaking out tonight. Her name is Emily Heller. She lives on the street where the shooting happened, and she filmed video that we have here just now to share with you out front. It shows the chaos immediately after Renee Nicole Good was shot and killed by that ICE agent in Minneapolis hours ago. We're going to play it for you. I do want to warn you that it is graphic.
Can I go check a pulse?
No, back up now.
I'm a physician.
Hey, listen, we understand. We got EMS coming. I get it. Just give us a second. We have medics on scene. We have our own medics.
Where are they? Where are they? How can I relax? You just killed my neighbor. You caught butter in the face. You killed my neighbor. How do you show up to work every day? How the do you do this every day? You're killing my neighbors. You're stealing my neighbors. What the man?
Emily Heller is out front now, who you heard there and filmed that in that horrifically traumatic moment. So, Emily, I know you live there. This is your street. This is your home. And you're inside your house. You hear all of this commotion. Everything happened.
You know, last night we spoke a lot about liberal white women. And I'm kind of tired of talking about them and hearing from them.
I hadn't even gotten dressed. I was making breakfast. I went out. I heard the commotion. I heard whistles, which is a common sign of ICE is nearby. And I went out onto my front porch. I didn't even have shoes on. And within 60 seconds, everything had already gone down. But there was an ICE convoy that seemed to be stuck, and then there was a protester who was blocking traffic, so they couldn't progress. And she was.
You know, another legal mind might describe that situation as a type of kidnapping. Like when you illegally restrict the movements of another individual, you're approaching charges of kidnapping at that point.
Totally peaceful, and ICE, it seemed completely unorganized. They didn't really know what they were doing. They were screaming at her to move, 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 and then they approached her vehicle aggressively and tried to open her door, and then that's when she got spooked, and she reversed her vehicle to turn her wheels to try to escape, and that's when an ICE agent stepped in front of her vehicle and said, "Stop." And then, I mean, she was already moving, and then point blank shot her through her windshield in the face.
I can't imagine what it was to see that, Emily. The way that you are laying this out, though, I just want to repeat and make sure that I'm clear, and please correct me if I say anything wrong. You're saying that what you saw was disorganized ICE, but then when they tried to get her to stop, she got spooked. She reversed her car to turn her wheels to get away, and that was when the officer stepped in front.
They were telling her to leave. They were telling her to move, and then all of a sudden they were seemed like they were trying to get her. So they were telling her to move, and then in a split second they were saying they were trying to get her out of the car. So it was like she was trying to move once they were trying to get in her car. She was of course she wanted to leave at that point. They were extremely aggressive. Yeah,
she would have been scared, obviously. You know, President Trump, as you know, he posted a video saying that it's lucky the ICE agent was alive. And I just want to be clear, the ICE agent is walking afterwards, and we know that from anything that he had in the hospital, he's fine and he's out. But President Trump posted
stood there.
Yeah, go ahead. Tell me what you're going to say about what he did afterwards.
Oh, he just stood there. The other ICE agents surrounded him. He was obviously spooked too. I mean, they seem like children. They seem like untrained people. And so that agent was obviously spooked because he had just killed someone. And it was very obvious to everyone who had witnessed it all that she would not make it. And so they kind of gathered around him, and then there was a gold SUV that came, and they put him in it and got him out of there because everyone knew he had murdered someone.
So President Trump says the woman was disorderly, obstructing and resisting, who then violently, willfully, and viciously ran.
Shoot a liberal white chick in the face and get driven away in a golden SUV. I love the Trump era. I really do.
What's your response to that version of events?
I mean, that's the only reason why I'm here. I don't think I'm the most articulate person. I don't think that I don't want to be here, but I knew that this would be twisted and it would be self-defense, and that's absolutely not what happened. But it's just my life is forever changed from having witnessed this, and I just can't let this narrative that it was self-defense go any further, because it's absolutely not what it was. And yeah, my neighborhood, my neighbors, we're all going to be pretty traumatized from this for a long time.
When in that video that you shared with us that I just played, the 34 seconds, you know, you're obviously incredibly distraught, and there's a doctor next to you or near you. We can, you know, hear him saying, I'm a physician, I can help. And they say, no, we have our own medics. But the doctor is there offering to administer CPR, standing right there. I don't want you to have to relive what you were looking at when the horror of her death, but how did agents respond to him? Was there a speed and a desperation in trying to get any sort of assistance to her? Because it didn't sound like that from what you gave us.
Yeah, they wouldn't let him near, and they said they had their own medics that were on their way, which it was, I mean, I don't know, it was at least 15 minutes before the ambulance arrived, and then the ambulance couldn't even get through because the ICE agents had all abandoned their vehicle.
Picture what she's trying to tell you, right? There's a shooting here. There's armed government agents all over the place. And this guy said he was a doctor. I don't know why they didn't listen to him. I mean, he was just standing there in his white underwear and his frilly polka dot robe, and he was screaming, I'm a doctor, I'm a doctor. And they wouldn't listen to this one guy.
Even on a stretcher. Just carried her down to the end of the block where they could get a stretcher because they couldn't get through with their ambulance.
Emily, I appreciate your talking about this. I know it has to be incredibly difficult, and I think everyone understands why you're choosing to do it, to make sure people understand exactly what it is that you saw and documented, and I appreciate your being willing to do it.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, Joey, you heard what Emily had to say, and you know, she said, I don't want to be here, but I'm here because I want everyone to know what I saw, and she's very clear about what she saw.
Listen, it's got to be a very traumatic experience. What I'm concerned about, though, is the nature of the investigation. Let's be clear that there are going to be, of course, local officials investigating this, Bureau of Criminal Apprehension, in addition to the federal government. In the event that there's anything federal here, of course, then Trump would have the power to pardon. We're not there yet. There's not been a prosecution. There's not been an indictment. There's not been a criminal charge levied. However, in the event that it goes that way, I think it's very important that the community gets a sense of fairness, a sense of justice. And in the event that it is federal, of course, there would be, according to Trump and what he put out already, he's judged that there's nothing to see here. And so if the locals get it, what will they do? Will they move forward? And if they move forward, what will that look like? Would it look like a, actual prosecution? And what would be the prosecution here? Criminal negligence, intent? We'll see.
Gil, I'm curious. Emily was talking about, there's that physician, and I understand that in the moment like this, right? There's the most important thing about this country is a country of rules and laws, and if they're not upheld in one horrific part of something, doesn't mean that they should also be dropped in another. In that context, even with that said, though, when the physician says, I can help, and he's right there, and maybe at that point it appears to everybody she's dead, but to take 15 minutes for someone to get there and to not allow someone who might be able to administer CPR, that just on a human level, that's really hard to hear.
Well, if you do have paramedics that are trained, and I believe ICE and CBP, Customs and Border Protection, has people that are trained, and they're right there, that can be a help. I think you're always going to be, as a law enforcement officer, maybe a little suspicious of the person that said, wait, I'm a doctor, I'm a physician, I can help, etc. I mean, I think they could have been handled much better. But if they did have the paramedics there immediately on the scene, they're going to give her treatment.
Right. Of course, they had said it was 15 minutes, but the trauma there that you heard, the trauma.
Yeah, I mean, that's what
For the
struck
community,
me.
yeah.
There's two things that struck me. First of all, just how horrific to witness this on your street, right? And then the second thing is her characterization of the behavior of the ICE agents, the lack of training, the disorganization, the way that they were talking to her, giving her contradicting, advice. So I think there's a lot to unpack here.
Vote coming up on the War Powers Act proposed there by Senator Kaine. we should be getting some of the images coming in. But regardless, once we get the results of that vote, we are going to make sure to bring it to you here on Live Now from Fox. Important to note that the War Powers Act would require authorization from Congress before there can be any further U.S. military action there in Venezuela, in or around that area. Again, we'll let you know as that vote does just need a simple majority to pass. Taking a look at some of the other live feeds that we do have coming in right now, we do still have this live look over Minneapolis at this hour as the protests have appeared to calm down once again after the uproar that just happened maybe 10, 15 minutes ago. Again, a lot of people are still out there in larger numbers than we saw about an hour ago, but things do appear at this point to have calmed down. Right now, I'm going to take this opportunity to head to a quick break, but we will have a lot more coverage, including 11 a.m. Eastern time, when we do hear from Secretary Kristi Noem with the Department of Homeland Security, and at 1 p.m. Eastern time from Caroline Leavitt, the White House press secretary, and Vice President J.D. Vance. You're watching Live Now from Fox. We'll be right back.
Watch the video, y'all. I watched the fucking video. The news is gonna say she tried to ram them. She most certainly did not. They ran at her car, holding on to their guns, and then they shot her when she tried to drive away. She wasn't trying to ram anyone. She was trying to get away from a dangerous situation, and now she's fucking dead. If you are okay with the fact that they're gunning people down in the streets, in the suburbs of Minneapolis, then you're not a freedom fighter. You're a fucking Nazi. Leave my country. Leave my state. I watched the video, y'all. I watched the fucking video. The news is going to say she tried to ram them. She most certainly did not. They ran at her.
It's to protect ourselves from a tyrannical government. That's true. The police are supposed to be on our side, fighting, pointing their guns at the fucking government. It's the facts. It's not for hunting. It's not for self-defense. It's to protect ourselves from a tyrannical government. It don't get no worse than this. It don't.
Yep.
What the fuck?
I know that's right.
What the fuck? I have a little baby. I have a little fucking baby, man. And it's like I had to adopt her to protect her from this shit. You put a baby to my gun's head. You put a gun to my baby's head. I'm going to hurt somebody. That's what they're doing to us. I'm not Hispanic. I'm black.
He's a black. And by the way, don't ever put a baby to my gun's head. I don't know what would possess you to do such a foolish thing. Never, ever put a baby to my gun's head. You guys are retarded.
I know that's right.
What the fuck? I have a little baby. I have a little fucking baby, man. And it's like I had to adopt her to protect her from this shit. You put a baby to my gun's head. You put a gun to my baby's head. I'm going to hurt somebody. That's what they're doing to us. I'm not Hispanic. I'm black. I just be sitting home, smoking my weed, enjoying my money. But I'll die.
Damn, he might actually be black. Statistically, he might actually be black. Damn. This black thing is changing every day.
Somebody. That's what they're doing to us. I'm not Hispanic. I'm black. I just be sitting home, smoking my weed, enjoying my money.
And that's what makes it black. That's what makes him a black. Sitting at home, smoking his weed, enjoying his money. It's probably welfare money. Traded it in, bought some crypto. He's a real ass nigga. A real ass knuckle.
You put a baby to my gun's head. You put a gun to my baby's head. I'm going to hurt somebody. That's what they're doing to us. I'm not Hispanic. I'm black. I just be sitting home, smoking my weed, enjoying my money. But I'll die about this shit. I don't have no quality of life left. If you think you do, you're fucking nuts. We don't have no quality of life left. My wife is a documented, she has her work permit, it's legit. She won't go to work because they'll take her still. They're taking people that have documents. They're taking kids. They're doing all, you guys, this is where the world ends. There's nothing left. There's nothing left. They go snatch the president of Venezuela, but our fucking president is a sex offender. Yeah. Why are we not the White House?
It's a great question. You could be at the White House right now, bro. I don't know why you're not at the White House. I mean, you can just go. You can just do things, you know? Like they're in New York right now protesting for illegal immigrants. You can just do things.
Deportation agenda. It's also an indication of the type of violence that our communities and neighbors have been facing every single day since this administration has come in a little bit less than a year ago. New York is experiencing unprecedented levels of ICE arrests, with agents kidnapping community members from their families, off the streets, from their workplaces, and even from mandatory immigration court hearings. Here at 26 Federal Plaza, we have seen them trick and trap people to come to court and then detain and disappear them on a daily basis this entire past year. With the system stacked against immigrant New Yorkers, we have to keep fighting to defeat Trump-appointed attorneys in immigration proceedings if they have access, and if they don't have access to representation, they will fail. And more families will be separated and more communities gutted. That's why we're here and saying New York State must invest $175 million and pass the Access to Representation and Build Act immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not doing that. You're getting called a slur and you're going to get back in the van, all right? We're not doing none of that shit. We're calling you a slur and we're throwing you in the van, amigo.
Oh my God, drag him back.
Let's get back to the sidewalk. Hold on, I'll help you up. I'll help you up.
Back up.
Back.
You're a fucking real tough guy, man. You're a fucking tough guy.
Let's go.
Get off your sidewalk.
Let's go, keep moving. Let's go. Get out of it. Let's go. Let's go. Stop pushing us. Y'all pushing us. Let's go.
We got you.
Get up, you're gonna get sprayed. Get up, you're gonna get sprayed.
Please get back to the sidewalk. We want everybody to stay safe. Please get back to the sidewalk.
Go, hang up.
You know, it just occurred to me, and maybe I'm a bit of an out of the box thinker. You know, you want to do asymmetric? Let's do asymmetric. It's January. Water cannons. How about that? I guarantee you, you come out there with water cannons, they have to leave now. Nobody's going to protest in the middle of January when they're soaking fucking wet. I promise you. You don't even have to touch these people anymore. Water cannons. What happened to the white man? You used to love that water cannon shit. When I was in middle school, they used to love to show me videos of the white guy manning the water hose, and he was just smiling with glee, just tra-la-la-la-la. It was good times. What happened to the water cannons, y'all? Bring the water cannons out, and I promise this all goes away.
No, he
Go
put
back
his,
to
he put his leg
January
in that
6th,
clear
you piece of
present
shit.
danger there.
How many
I'm telling you, man, water cannons. You wouldn't even have to use real guns as much if you just hit people. Imagine ICE agents were just armed with like the biggest, backpack water guns out there. So every time there's a protest form, you automatically get hypothermia. And then, here's the good thing. If they shoot water guns back at ICE, now we get to use real guns. Escalation of violence, nigga.
I saw the video on numerous occasions. And seeing what transpired from a lawful perspective, as it pertains to a law enforcement official, don't expect him to be prosecuted. He was completely justified. From a humanitarian perspective, however, why did you have to do that? If you could move out the way, that means...
As soon as a dude say from a humanitarian perspective, he about to get in touch with his feminine side.
From a humanitarian perspective, however, why did you have to do that? If you could move out the way, that means you could have shot the tires.
That's not what we're doing anymore. Why did she deserve a pass? That's the question. She already blocked federal agents in, which is a crime unto itself. She had no, quote, right to flee at that point. She was being detained. And then she died. Now she dead.
That means you could have got her a few feet away after you shot the tires. And if you were unsuccessful in doing that, you could have got her down the road.
People really want cops to be like Jackie Chan. Like, we're not about to do a 2-hour action movie to arrest some white girl, bro. We're not doing that shit.
You didn't have to do that. She wasn't driving down the road coming at you 90 miles an hour. She was parked in the middle of the street. And rather than get out the car, she wrongfully tried to drive off and wrongfully disregarded law enforcement official, which is exactly what ICE is. And as a result, lost her life because of it. I'm here to tell you that at some point in time, you got to ask yourself, what damn country do you want to live in? At some point in time,
if you have to ask, I want the 80% white country I was born in. If you really have to ask, I mean, I've been very blunt about that shit for a long time. I prefer the numbers of my birth. The direction we're going in right now, nah. It's going to be little Delhi, Caracas, Mogadishu, Baghdad. I don't want to live in, little Delhi, Caracas, Mogadishu, Baghdad.
We're going to have to ask ourselves that question. And I think the time is sooner than later. Because again, from a legal perspective, don't expect this ICE officer to be prosecuted. I'm telling you right now. She was in the car, Renee Nicole Good, 37 years of age, protesting, blocking off the streets. ICE wanted her to move. An officer got in front of the car. Another officer got to the side of the car, and then she tried to take off. And in their eyes, the Kristi Noems of the world for the Department of Homeland Security, and other folks on the right are saying, yo, they consider it an act of domestic terrorism because she tried to run over an ICE officer. It's not going to be prosecuted.
Yeah, most liberals, I believe, are terrorists, and they should be put on a no-fly list. They should be debanked.
My point is, let's not focus on that for a second, okay? She was wrong to drive off. She should not have done that. Should have got out of her car to prove that she was not going to be any harm, or she should have asked the officer, I'm pulling over, could you move out the way, please? Instead of trying to disregard him totally to the point where you're going to take off and potentially hit him, and he moves out the way and draws his gun and shoots through the front windshield and took her out. But it wasn't necessary. You could have arrested her. You could have spared the woman's life.
Yeah, I know, right? Non sequitur. You know how suddenly you get that 5 stars in GTA, you wasn't even doing nothing? Life comes at you quick, man. One day, you're just in your little red SUV, blocking traffic. Next thing you know, 5 stars.
You didn't have to kill her. We've seen plenty of incidences throughout the United States of America, historically and frequently, and recently, where people who committed crimes or people whose behavior weren't indicative of law-abiding citizens who were simply obeying law enforcement officials, we've seen them walk away alive. We've seen them walk away cuffed, but they walked away alive. So even though the law, from a literal perspective, might be on his side, the reality is that your humanity comes into question because you didn't have to kill her.
Her humanity comes into question because she's a goddamn mom. She is a mom. She sacrificed her child's future for immigrants who would rather have her naked body. Let's put it that way. You have no idea what these people would do to you if you let them, but you want to die for them though. And now your boy ain't got no mommy. Which actually, I mean, I'd rather him go back to his grandparents and have to be raised in a lesbian throuple, but you know, sacrifices must be made.
I own 2 firearms companies. I've done a lot of work with law enforcement at every level, particularly around firearms training. And look, training does matter. I'm not going to negate that fact. But I think for the viewing public who may not necessarily be used to seeing circumstances such as this, you do have a very, very split second, Abby, to make a very quick decision. It's not a methodical process. I'll give you a prime example. They teach a lot of law enforcement.
You know what's fascinating about the left? And look at this woman like seething. You know, woke white women, I'm telling you. You know the fascinating thing about the left, though? They can whip up millions of brown and black people to riot and protest over a black dope fiend. They can whip up all these people, right? But when a lesbian white mom gets gunned down by law enforcement, where are all your brown and black allies at? Where are all your black friends at?
I want what you white hoes get, and I want it today, ASAP, not tomorrow.
In state, if someone has a knife and they're 20 feet away from you, where most people say, well, why would the officer shoot someone with a knife? And that distance is so great. They didn't have to shoot. They could have gotten away or used some other mechanism to subdue them. Well, a person can close a 20-foot gap in less than 10 seconds. And so the point that I'm trying to make by citing that example is to say, I don't know, to your point, what that officer saw or felt. I don't know if he saw her moving her hands and believed maybe she was grabbing the gun. I don't know, which is why an investigation, a very thorough one, needs to proceed forward before anyone can really draw any conclusions about what that officer saw in that moment.
Shout out to Raider Games with the $10. He says Trump addressed Somali fraud, Mexican cartels via illegals, Venezuelan drugs, corporate housing, all in the first couple of weeks of 26. This is about cutting off deep state funding. Go ahead, Trump. And we just got the South Park food pyramid back, y'all. Trump just gave us a brand new food pyramid, and it is almost exactly the one that we got off of South Park. Big things are happening, y'all. Smash that super chat button for me. Shout out to Raider Games, y'all.
Hulk! Smash! Smash you! Yeah! You make Hulk angry! You not like Hulk angry! Hulk no like fighting girls.
They're just up to the gate.
This is what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Eyes out now! 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 This is what democracy looks like!
Can't hear what you say.
What democracy looks like! This is what democracy looks like! Tell me what democracy looks like! This is what democracy looks like!
If this is what democracy looks like, you know, we might have to rethink this democracy thing, man. After the 19th Amendment, democracy started looking really, really sus, bro. I'm trying to tell you. I'm really, really trying to tell you.
No, we're actually outside the federal building right now where the ICE agents come in the morning and we are blocking their driveways. I'm gonna head to that group because there's not enough people there, so I think I'm gonna move over there. But you can see we're blocking there, we're blocking all this, but I think I'm gonna head over there just to build up that crowd.
Hey, Albert, I think I'm one of the few black guys with fascist in my bio. I don't know why people are afraid of the F word. It's either that or this shit forever and ever and ever.
Is this what you want? Is this what you want in this country? Does this make you feel good?
Ironically, it kind of does, though. That's what you don't understand. It kind of does make the other half of America feel good about the direction we could be going in. And you know, it feels good. Yeah. It feels good to know she got hit in the face. It feels good. Yeah.
Back up. We get a kill today. Back up. Why? 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 Right here, this line? Yeah. Right there.
Shout out to Bluff City Nerd with the 2-ball. A bunch of paid protesters, deport them all. It really would be that simple, wouldn't it?
If you think I'm here to play around with y'all, goddamn, I'm not. All right.
Because they're all trying to protect this on the other hand, right? Because there's the activism face of what they're doing, and then there's the reality of what they're trying to defend.
Ms. Unger. Ms. Unger, we cannot, you cannot play any props in the council chambers.
Not a prop. The noise ordinance of the city of Dearborn, section 1343 states, it shall be unlawful to create, assist in creating, permit, continue, or permit the continuance of any unreasonably loud, disturbing, unusual, or unnecessary noise, which annoys, disturbs, injures, or endangers the comfort, repose, health, peace, or safety of others within the limits of the city. The exemption to the noise ordinance, section 1346, states the applicant has demonstrated that no reasonable alternative is available, which would permit compliance with the noise restriction of this article. I've already documented to you that there is a Muslim app, there are texts, and also written notifications that would negate any exemption. Our council members have been asked twice now within the last 8 years to allow the call to prayer to be played, and twice the ordinance has not been changed to allow this religious exemption. But 2.5 years ago, the mosque at 6345 Schaefer began abusing the noise ordinance and has not been made to comply. I hear that work will be done on the noise ordinance by the city council in the coming session. Where does it state that loudspeakers are allowed by persons or organizations to play a 3 to 5 minute advertisement twice daily? I've looked and I haven't found it, but maybe our city lawyer can show us where this is stated. 60 decibels is already too loud for personal, business, or religious noise in a residential area when this sound can be heard inside closed windows a quarter mile away, and it should be lowered. Monitoring now is spotty at best, and the mosque is almost always over 70 decibels. Our Lebanese and our Italian neighbors alike have stated they do not want this intrusive sound, and 40 residents have already signed a petition that we have pursued to end this infringement by our city government on our personal freedom. The loose leaf violation for dumping in neighborhoods took 9 years for the council to rectify. The historic building ordinance has taken 6 years to bring to completion. And I've been working with the police, mayor, and city council now for 2.5 years, and there is still no resolution to bring about compliance with the noise ordinance. Christmas trees, nativity scenes, Christmas lights, and bells ringing the hour do not use loudspeakers. They do not preach words into our homes and residential neighbors. Comparing them to the call to prayer is an affront to our intelligence. The Bible tells us to love one another. Do to others what you would have them do to you. It is my hope and prayer that you will know, thank you, the love of Jesus, and help us all continue to live together with peace of mind and privacy in our own homes in the city of Dearborn. Let's indeed put unity in our community. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Unger.
People don't want to be just overrun in their own quiet little towns, you know? And here's the other thing. Most of America isn't prepared to fight a last-ditch defensive battle to save their little shire village 45 minutes away from a big city. That's why they moved 45 minutes away from a big city, so they wouldn't have to fight you people anymore. Yet here we are.
Related to, yeah, can I add one other thing, Paul? Well, actually, let me bring in Chad Wolf. You're still with us. I didn't realize it, but now I understand that Minneapolis public schools are closed today and tomorrow, related to yesterday's incidents around the city. This mayor can't figure out a way to make sure that kids can go to school on a day like this? Chad, Paul, let me send that to you then.
You would think he would. I mean,
a shout out to Bluff City Nerd with the $2. He says, the new George Floyd, she can't breathe. She still can't breathe, bro. She still can't breathe. I'm sorry. You're right. Too soon.
I hit a woman for the first time in my life, and I'm having fun.
one of the things that you expect out of a mayor is a calming influence. I used the example of Rudy Giuliani yesterday. When somebody that you're nervous about what's going on in your city, you're upset during 9/11, you look to the mayor to be the adult in the room. And very clearly, that's sorely lacking. You want to return to normality, to normalcy. You want people to feel like the city is progressing, moving forward, how it always has. And when you start doing things like that, it looks like you hit the panic button. It's not what you want from your leaders. You don't want them cursing at the lectern. You don't want them behaving like they're leading some kind of anti-government pep rally. You want somebody that's mature, responsible, and telling you the city's going to operate and your life is going to be safe and secure. And you're not getting that out of the leaders in Minnesota. I'm sorry.
You and Chad.
So what happened just now is that these Border Patrol officers have gotten themselves
You know, they're really just pushing for a more aggressive response. That's the thing about this. It's all designed to provoke further escalation and further response. And then it's all a question of who blinks, right? Who's going to back down first? And we finally have an administration who doesn't feel the need to back down. And right now, Trump and the entire federal government, they kind of have the wind at their backs right now. They have a big win with the Maduro thing. Popular opinion is totally on their side. And people are just, you know, we remember the Floyd era. We're not going to let you pretend that none of that happened.
But it strikes me that we are undergoing an epidemic of political vigilantism right now. Why are people showing up in vehicles, in convoys, not just in Minneapolis, but all over the country, in an effort to obstruct lawful federal law enforcement activities? This is not an isolated incident. We have had hundreds of car rammings against ICE agents all over the country. According to DHS, this lady in this car today, along with other vehicles, had been tracking ICE agents around. Why are people believing that they can drive their car into a federal law enforcement situation and that is an appropriate thing to do? I understand they don't like the fact that these agents are enforcing existing immigration law. But that's not how we change laws in this country. If you don't like a law, you talk to the politicians. You don't drive your car into the middle of a building or a law enforcement situation that's being occupied by the people who are simply there to enforce the law. If I don't like how much the IRS is charging me in taxes, I don't drive my car into the Treasury Department and try to run somebody over. I call my congressman. Political vigilantism is being encouraged by Democratic officials like the Lieutenant Governor of Minnesota, Peggy Flanagan, who earlier this year told people to, quote, put your bodies on the line, and Tim Walz calling these guys Gestapo all year. What do you think happens when you radicalize a base of people about...
Review, because you heard the Secretary for Homeland Security call it domestic terrorism there. Andrew McCarthy, a conservative lawyer who writes for the National Review, wrote of that, quote, That is the kind of hyperbole we don't need from an agency that exists because of terrorism. It was established due to the 9/11 atrocities and should presumably know what it is and is not. Whether we conclude it's an attempted murder or an attempted escape, it is not a terrorist act. Scott, I should know, McCarthy also wrote that he thinks that what happened was probably within the scope of the law, but he didn't like what Kristi Noem went out and said there. Did she need to say that?
Probably not. But that doesn't mean she shouldn't go out and defend the ICE agent. It doesn't mean that I wouldn't expect DHS to defend their agents who are routinely under attack around the country. We've seen hundreds of car incidents and ICE operations around the country. The correct question to be asking, I think, today is, why was this incident occurring in the first place? Why is there a convoy of vehicles, according to several witnesses, attempting to impede a perfectly legitimate federal law enforcement situation? So I think arguing about the rhetoric, perfectly fine. To me, I want to get to the root cause of why there is a group of people in this country who believe it is their responsibility to drive convoys of vehicles into perfectly legitimate federal law enforcement situations. I think some of this goes back to, frankly, John, Democratic rhetoric, because that's what they've been instructed to do by the Democrats who are demonizing these ICE agents.
Matt Beck.
I am not okay. I am not okay. Okay, let me just have this hot second, okay?
Make it stop.
I just got done
Stop, please,
pleading with Border Patrol agents who were at my son's school, okay? School. There was like 10 cars packed with Border Patrol folks. The whole neighborhood is out there, and I'm standing face to face with this dude, and I'm asking him, why are you doing this? I'm not here to make you a bad guy. I want to know why you are doing this. Why are you choosing to do this? And he looks at me and he says, because that dude tried to hit our car. Okay, so you terrorize a school because I can't even make up a fake reason. And I just kept asking him, you know this is a school, right? You know this is children. That really solidified for me, like, we are fucked. They just shot and murdered a woman this morning. Yeah, I am not okay. I am not okay.
White women have not been this terrified ever.
Hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad.
This is about targeting women of color in the United States of America. Don't tell me, because I didn't get a single apology.
Time has expired.
My life was threatened. Thank you.
Hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad.
You know, in the first X-Men movie, and it's really hard to find this quote too, because I guess like media doesn't want you to focus on that. But there was a line from Magneto. Magneto is one of my favorite comic book villains too. Magneto was OP, but there was a line in the first X-Men movie where he got on TV and he was like, "You are not safe. Your children are not safe." And it's like we kind of are approaching that type of vibe in the country right now where nobody really feels safe. Liberals don't feel safe for one reason. Conservatives don't feel safe for another reason. We're really going to have to get it together. And a big part of it is because the liberals don't want to just prosecute the law properly and evenly. Because if they prosecuted the law evenly, a lot of their brown friends and allies would have to go to jail, and they don't like that.
Yeah, I mean, I think the fear in the Somali community is real. The fear in immigrant communities are real, so we're taking that very seriously.
Along those lines, have you asked anyone to follow up on the fraud claims, either to the Department of Immigrant and Refugee Affairs or SPD?
No. Yeah, I mean, I think the fear in the Somali.
You won't follow up on any of the claims, like none of this ever happened. Like, this is not even the reason why we're having this right now. Like, this whole thing, the lid got blown off this whole immigration scandal because of Somali fraud. Remember, about 90 people got arrested for multiple billions of dollars in fraud, and then about 87 of those 90 people were Somali, and then we find out there was even more fraud on a completely different front with the daycares and the healthcare providers, and then we find out that there's actually a national network of Somali fraudsters that do the exact same thing everywhere. And then all the white women get on TV and pretend like everybody's racist. It's crazy how that went down.
Fuck you! Fuck you! You're gonna fucking die, bitch! Fuck you!
You know, when they're threatening to murder federal agents, it's kind of a bad sign of what might come.
Let's walk him out.
You ain't bouncing me, Glitz. We should go, man. We should go. Let's go. Let's go.
Grab his
Keep
arm.
your fucking head. This is a woman, but you will get hurt, buddy. Keep your fucking hands to yourself.
Let's go, man.
Keep your fucking hands.
We're non-violent.
Let's go.
We're
Keep your fucking hands.
non-violent.
Let's go.
It's peaceful.
Let's go.
We're saying
Let's go.
peaceful.
Hey, let's go.
Now, here's my problem, bro. No bullshit. If you're going to hit him for about to touch you, you got to hit her for actually holding on to your arm. How can you fight that guy with this fucking chunk holding on to your left arm, bro? No, listen, you're going to have to get over these things, man. I'm telling you, you're going to have to make peace with the way things have to be.
I hit a woman for the first time in my life, and I'm having fun.
Patriots, get out of here. We need some backup, boys. We need some backup, boys. This is
Oh, shit. Backup.
peaceful.
He got backup. Hold up. That was crazy.
Peaceful.
Hands off. Walk away. Everybody back up. Everybody back up. Don't hurt him.
You see? He's not afraid to grab a chunk by the throat. You put your arms right around Chunk's throat and you lead her to knowledge. And she'll be better for it.
Anybody, don't hurt anybody, and there won't be a problem. That's what we're trying to do. Don't assault people. See this, guys? We will not back down. We will not surrender. These people will not continue to intimidate us in our country. The storm is here. When we come one, we go all. No one can stop what is coming. Get here, guys. We need you in Minnesota. These people are fucking terrorists. These people.
All right, there's still one Viking left in Minnesota. Getting some Ragnar vibes off this guy. Getting some real strong Ragnar vibes off this guy. We got one Viking left in Minnesota.
People are terrorists. They hate our country. They hate everything we stand for. Who's we? The people that are watching. What do you stand for? What do you stand for? What do you stand for? Oh, really? Oh, really? Oh, what a pretty guy. This is Concord land. This is Concord land, buddy.
Conquered land. That's exactly what a Viking should say. This is conquered land, buddy. I'm tired of the stolen land talk, bro. We are living on conquered land. That's why everything was dope until you guys started fucking it up.
This is conquered land. Patriots, get out of here. We need to back up. It's yourself, you're gonna get hurt today, all right? We executed one of you yesterday. We executed one of you yesterday. You understand that?
Whoa. I really like this guy. I really like this guy.
Can a nigga live? Can a nigga live? Please.
We executed one of you people yesterday.
Take control. Take control of your city.
Major Bane vibes coming.
Cover him. Don't feed the trolls. Don't feed the trolls. Don't give them the press. You're just talking to white supremacists. Do not give him your attention. Do not give them attention.
You guys keep playing stupid games. You're gonna keep getting stupid prizes. You guys will continue to be killed if you keep trying to harm these men. Don't you understand that?
She looks like she eats trolls.
You are on conquered land.
Let's go.
You are on conquered land.
Let's go.
She looks like she actually eats trolls, though. No bullshit.
Conquered land.
Let's go.
You are on conquered land.
Let's go.
You are on conquered land.
Let's go. Let's go,
man. Get out of here. Let's go. Hey, listen to me. Listen to me. You guys are on. You guys are on conquered land.
Peace.
They're literally gang attacking you while chanting peace, 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 right? At some point, you know the problem? This is why they arrested the Proud Boys. This is why they had to make a national example of the Proud Boys, because these people actually don't want to fight. They don't want to be seen as, physically aggressive, but they are just as dangerous. They will watch you die. They will smother you with a pillow. And the only way to actually confront them is with overwhelming force, because that's the thing. The Proud Boys weren't even out there like with bats and clubs. They just had knuckles and Nikes on. It wouldn't take all that much.
This is America. You understand that? This is America, everybody. This is conquered land. We're going to deport all you sons of bitches. We're going to support all you sons of bitches.
Let's go, man.
We're going to support all you.
It ain't worth it. All right. Just let Leon. He's a. All right. Just back up.
We're going to deport all you sons of bitches. We're going to deport all you sons of bitches. The Patriots are here. The Patriots are here. The Patriots are here. All right? All right, everybody? Casualties of war. It is what it is.
Renee, good.
Let's go.
Renee, good.
Hey,
let's go.
This is conquered land, everybody. The American people are not going to put up with this. This is the year the white man stands up.
You know what's going to happen? He's going to have to show up with some homeboys who don't have their faces exposed, who are willing to take the same level of simmering violence and simmering aggression that these leftists are using. He needs to actually match that man for man. Because it wouldn't even take much. You wouldn't even have to go man for man. You just need 3 or 4 other guys with you. 3 or 4 other guys with you. The rest of these people would fold. Because once one of them gets punched in the chest and nobody else catches it on camera, they're going to feel it. They're not ready for that pressure. They do not want the pressure of actual physical conflict.
All right? This is the year a white man stands up. All right? Everybody, this is America. We will not stand down. We will not surrender.
Imagine letting your country being taken over by like the weakest, most incapable people ever. It's literally a bunch of chicks and like old dudes. It's like chicks and 50-year-old bisexual men. Is this really what we're going to fall to? A bunch of fat chicks and 50-year-old bi dudes?
Men are not us. This is America. This is conquered land. Okay? This is conquered land.
Let's go. Let's go.
Time to go.
Time to go.
My flag. Hey, you took my flag. Come on, man. Let go of the flag. Let's keep.
And also, this is why they need the army of imported low IQ brown people. It's basically muscle, bro. It's the muscle for the liberal losers. They can't really do the things that they wish they could do in their deep dark fantasies. That's why they have to import the low IQ third world.
Walking.
Let's go. Let's keep going.
Let's keep going.
Let's keep going, man.
Let's keep going.
Don't you think I forget it, all right?
Let's keep
These
going.
are American
Let's keep
patriots.
going.
I had to come in and take some of the heat off of these goddamn patriots. Okay?
Let's go, man.
All right, this is the year of the white people. We're taking our country back.
Let's go.
We're taking our country back.
Let's go.
Peaceful. We're taking our country back, and there ain't nothing you
There's
common
no
sons of
space
bitches can do
for white
about it.
supremacy in Minnesota.
We're gonna
There's no
deport all
space
you
for white
motherfuckers.
supremacy in Minnesota.
We're gonna deport all of you
White
motherfuckers.
supremacy here.
We're gonna deport all of you
We don't
motherfuckers.
do white supremacy here.
Get out! We're gonna deport all of you sons of bitches.
Get out of here!
You understand that?
Get out of here! We don't want you here. Get the fuck out!
Let's go. Let's go.
Fuck you!
Let's go. Let's go.
You piece
Let's
of
go.
shit!
Let's go.
Fuck you!
We ain't going nowhere, motherfuckers. This is America. This is the year the white boys stand back. We're taking our country back. All right? We will not back down.
It's okay.
We will not surrender.
It's okay.
All right?
It's okay.
If you guys are watching this,
It's
get out
okay.
here.
Time to
It's
go.
time
Get out
to
here.
go.
Time to go.
There's
Get out
no
here.
space for hate in Minnesota.
Get out here. Citizens,
There's no
we need
space
you.
for hate.
Patriots, we need you.
What if that? Wait a second.
If
What
my
that
sister was trying to kill people,
Wait a second. What if that were your sister in the car? What if that were your sister in the car?
give her a
Bro needs backup. Bro needs backup. He is trying to put up the white man bat symbol right now. He is putting up the white man bat signal right now. He is raising the flag. He out there doing his William Wallace. Do you want to die for freedom or nah?
Go. Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go, man.
Let's go.
Let's go. Not
Let's
going
go.
that way. Not going
We're not
that way.
going that way,
Flag back.
brother.
give her the flag back. It's my flag.
Give me my flag back.
This is my flag, all right?
Give me my flag
This is
back
my
now.
flag. This is our country.
Look at how she just lies. It's my flag. Give me my flag. You understand the game that they play? And this is the type of thing that now the media will get up there and says, white man steals fat woman's flag. If you watch this story on CNN tomorrow, they'll say, racist white man attempts to steal patriotic flag from fat white woman. They wouldn't call her fat. They would call her chubby or something. Body positive woman fights for her flag against racist white man.
Homeland Security. And today we're here to talk about an operation that's been going on for several months. In fact, after an incident happened here in New York City, that brought us to a point where we recognized that we had to work together in order to bring illegal criminal aliens to justice. Nearly 6 months ago, 2 criminal illegal aliens attacked an off-duty Customs and Border Protection agent and his friend while they were sitting on a rock in a park after hours, enjoying the evening together. These 2 criminals came and attempted to rob them, and it ended up where they bravely fought back. This officer defended himself and his friend, but not before being shot in the face and in the arm by one of these criminals. Immediately after, the men and women of the Homeland Security investigations worked with NYPD, leading to the arrest of that gunman in just 2 hours. Within 28 hours, the second assailant was arrested as well, and those individuals have been brought to justice. But those individuals would have never been in this country if they hadn't been allowed in by the Biden administration when they ignored our federal laws and allowed them to come in illegally. Now, the officer that was injured doesn't seek public attention. He wishes to remain anonymous, but he had a distinguished career and a legacy of service and continues to do so. But his life was forever altered by this heinous crime. His attackers never should have been in this country, and they've been protected and were protected up until that point by sanctuary city policies. In fact, they had long criminal rap sheets and were released by the Biden administration and continued to be released by leaders in this city to perpetuate crimes against the citizens that live here. During our investigation, we learned that these scumbags were affiliated with the transnational criminal organization, the notorious Trinitaris gang in New York. We began to target every single last person that is affiliated with them and recognize that they needed to be brought to justice. The American people deserve dignity, they deserve justice, and we deliver both. So we launched Operation Salvo here in New York City. Operation Salvo was a cooperation of the resources of CBP, HSI, ERO, and also the federal prosecutors from the Southern District of New York. The New York County District Attorney's Office also participated in this operation. We've arrested 54 individuals as a part of Operation Salvo since its inception just a few months ago. Those arrested are violent transnational gang members and affiliates associated with Trinitarios who are responsible for weapons trafficking, for human smuggling, for narcotics distribution, and for armed robberies. They had perpetuated previous violent attacks across the city of New York City. We have already removed not only many of these individuals that we have arrested, but over 60% of them have been returned back to their home countries to face justice for their crimes there as well. These arrests and these removals represent a significant blow to the criminal network that has been terrorizing communities and right here in New York City and throughout the United States. And that's our message to this administration, to this city, to the state, and to the United States, is that President Trump and his law enforcement officers that are entrusted to protect the American people will every day continue to keep America safe. Operation Salvo is just the beginning of a broader and a much more sustained effort to go after not only transnational criminal organizations and networks, but also illegal criminal aliens throughout the country. We are on offense. The Trump administration is using every single tool that we have to protect the American people. Sanctuary policies, whether they're here in New York City, whether they're in California, Illinois, or Minneapolis, if you are a criminal illegal alien, we are coming to get you. We will arrest you. We will bring justice, and we will also bring safety to the American people. We are warning anyone, if you think you can harm an individual, a citizen of the United States, or a law enforcement officer, we will find you and bring you to justice. If you lay a finger on one of our officers, we will catch you, we will prosecute you, and you will feel the full extent of the law. In every single thing the Trump administration does, we put the American people first. Operation Salvo has proven that by taking 54 dangerous individuals off of our streets and protecting the people who live here in this city. Now, also thanks to President Trump, we have 2.6 million people who have left our country who shouldn't have been here in the first place. They were here illegally, and over 650,000 of them were arrested, detained, and deported back to their home countries. 2 million of them left voluntarily, recognizing this was their opportunity to go home and come back someday the right way so they have a chance to enjoy the American dream. If, of course, doing these operations requires brave citizens that are willing to serve their country, and we're excited by the amount of people who want to join the Department of Homeland Security in their efforts to protect the American people. And tomorrow is Law Enforcement Day, so I'd like to encourage all of you that when you see a CBP officer, an ICE officer, anyone serving in federal, state, or local who are pledging their lives and taking an oath to protect their communities and their country and the people that live there, that you thank them. Do something nice for them. Buy them lunch, give their families some support, and thank them for their service and their dedication to freedom and to liberty and enjoying the opportunity to sleep peacefully in our beds at night. Now, I'm pleased that I get to introduce several other speakers that'll come up and share information on this operation with you. The first one is going to be Director Frank Russo will address and talk about some of the specifics of this operation.
Thank you, Madam Secretary. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. Madam Secretary.
It's a bunch of. They killed my fucking neighbor! Who the fuck are these Nazis? You guys are losers.
Back to Minneapolis, y'all.
Trying to agitate people. You're agitating. Some fucking agitators over here! Get the fuck out of my city! What the fuck is wrong with you? Somebody die! Go to your fucking car so we can take a picture of your fucking plate. Where's your fucking car, you coward? You couldn't even fucking stop? I'm not moving. You fucking walk the block, you're a fucking coward. Get the fuck out. You think we're fucking playing? You got nothing, huh? All right, so we are Nazis for asking for walking down the road, asking questions. You're wondering why I was so adamant on having security before we actually came out here, and this is exactly why. Hey, look at this fucking Nazi! Get the fuck out of here!
You got to bring your boys, man. You can't just go out there on your own. You got to bring your boys, man. I'm trying to tell you.
Question that was posed was, why are they blocking ICE vehicles in the street? And this is the reaction. I mean, I've been here for. Bunch of fucking Nazis. I've been here for maybe 3 minutes at the most. What's going on? What's the point of this? Look at you and look at us. What the fuck? No, that's not how you think. Fuck you. Look at you head suck looking motherfucker. That's a hell of a comment right there. Yep.
No, don't actually, I think that's a compliment.
Fucking Nazis. Hey, this motherfucker with the live stream. You proud of what you fucking did? Get the fuck out of here. Oops. Sorry, sir. Fucking leave.
Come to a new spot. We'll do a loop. Come back. Let's try and get on your top with it. We'll come back in.
This is it. You guys see it now. You lasted for 30 fucking seconds, you fucking coward. I said barely any words out here. Barely anything at all.
An agitator calling us an agitator. It's wild. Right. I'm literally just walking down the road. We didn't say a word.
Where's your fucking car? Show us.
We're not here for a fight, man.
Yeah, so that's the difference. I'm not here to fight with anybody. I'm just walking.
Car. We came for a conversation.
Shut the fuck up and get the fuck out.
But I can't.
Oh, they're too scared to show us where the car's at. I thought you were saying you didn't give a shit. You were proud of yourself. Show us your fucking car. Let's go.
Mad? Why are you so mad at us?
Why are we so mad? You're fucking Nazis.
What did we do that?
It's really crazy to think about how this is playing out, right? I'm going to come right back to this in a hot minute. Let me show you something else here. The racial reality behind all of this is just like mind-boggling. On the one hand, you got all these white leftists who are, putting their bodies on the line. That lady, Renee, she died protecting immigrants, right? She died protecting all the immigrants. A young white mom lost her life protecting the very idea. It wasn't even like there was an individual she was trying to save. She was just out there protecting the idea of the immigrants. And now when it comes to like the vigil and the protest and, the pushback, where are all the brown people that she died for?
Make good. Make good.
Imagine being a white woman and dying for brown people who don't give a shit about you. It's really incredible when you think about it.
Make it stop. Make the hurt stop, please. Like,
Sorry.
Shame!
We will not put up with ICE. No peace. No peace. No peace.
And now we're seeing lies from the federal administration calling her.
You're fucking Nazis. Get the fuck out.
Help me not be a Nazi.
Oh.
Don't be here. That's it. Leave.
You want to finish that thought?
Oh, that's it.
Oh, he's throwing snow. Oh, it's assault.
Uh-oh.
Look at this fucking coward.
Trumpies are scared of snow.
Get the fuck out.
Okay, so what happens if I call 911? Let's do
Nothing.
that. Can you get an address, please? Wait, what are they? You said they're on.
What is the address of the emergency?
Hi,
We're on foot.
we're on foot.
And how big is the group of people?
It's
20 at least.
Hey, cops, get here.
Yeah, we'll be
the throwing objects are following us down the road. Yeah, we,
right here when you get here.
Hey, cops, we're waiting for you. Damn, you're a fucking coward.
We'll all be right here.
You know what the word cogent means? Get the fuck out.
yeah, we're at I guess Park Avenue and 33rd now.
Yes, affirmative. East on 33rd Street.
With you fuck. Get the fuck out of here. I don't want to be associated with you anymore.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that make great if they got slipped? You got something to say?
White
Proud of
in
yourself?
a black
You're
pea
here to
coat.
celebrate murdering people and fuck?
Hey, let's cross the street this way. They love free speech and lots of good impact.
You got nothing to fucking say.
Exactly why they're here.
You said you're here to talk? Say some shit.
Exactly why they're here.
Okay, yeah. So we're crossing Park Avenue on the 33rd.
Now we're crossing Park Avenue. Come protect us.
We're crossing Park Avenue on the 33rd.
You walk like fucking idiots. Look at you.
Celebrating. Murdering people.
See all the gate analysis? Look at you.
They're throwing ice blocks at us now.
You know what would be so hilarious? All these white guys, if they actually had to go do real jail time, they would go American History X so quick, you wouldn't even believe the new white people that came out of that shit. They would not be this way if they had to really go to jail, bro. Put them in an actual federal penitentiary and see what happens to them.
This is a bad fucking idea.
Do we have an ETA? We don't have an ETA? Are you guys actually going to respond to this area, or are we just out here by ourselves, like out here fending for ourselves?
We do have an officer that's responding. They acknowledge the call. It's not to drive there.
Look at you. Tiny little fucking coward. Look at you. What you got tattooed on your neck, huh? What is that?
Before we get there, okay?
Oh, you can't
What happened?
talk now, huh? No, you don't want any problems, motherfucker.
I highly doubt it's going to change. So, unless it gets worse, it might get worse.
Oh, come protect us. Oh, the city is so fucking scary.
Yeah. Okay. 911 hung up on me.
Yeah, because you're a fucking coward.
911 hung up on a white man. 911 hung up on a white man? Oh, shit, no. No. 911 hung up on a white man? No. No. You know what? Damn it. We got to do it. We got to do it now. Fuck it. Copyrights be damned. We got to go there.
There's not a minute to spare.
This is about to be the white man song, y'all. White man about to cultural appropriate the fuck out this music right now.
The sky's all I'll bet ya. I call them body snatchers cause they come to fetch you with an autopsy ambulance just to dissect ya. They are the kings cause they swing amputation. Lose your arms, your legs, and them is compilation. I can prove it to you, watch the rotation. It all adds up to a situation. permission to get up and get down. 911 is joking your town. Get up and get down. 911, where's the late clown?
Oh man, 911 is a joke in your town. That is crazy. That's crazy, white man. This your song now. 911 is a joke in your town. They just hung up on him. That's wild.
Where are you from? We just want to see your place. That's it. We just want to talk right by your car. That is something.
Hello.
We got good light now. Let's take a photo of it.
Yes, it is.
Take a photo of his tattoo.
So we're heading south.
Hang on a sec.
Can you go back this way?
33rd.
We're 33rd heading towards Park.
Okay, yeah, we're heading back toward Park.
Hey, you came from this way. You're going to your car. Send the direction.
Wait, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Say that again.
Are you with the person that you came with?
Who was this again?
People that think you're fucking morons is who
Okay,
they are.
so are we getting an officer out here, or is that not happening?
No, you gotta fend for yourself, motherfucker. You come to start shit.
Okay. Yeah, that's a little
Tell him your name.
not
What's your name?
it's a little not possible right now.
Get in your car and fucking leave.
We can't just get a unit here. I
Get in
mean,
your fucking
we're
car.
we're not far from downtown Minneapolis, and we can't get anybody to come out here.
South Minneapolis, fucker, right by where you just killed somebody, you pieces of shit.
I mean, we're still hovering in the area of 33rd and Park. No, I don't have any ability to do that by
Get in
myself.
your fucking car and go. We're wasting police resources.
I've got two people here with me. I just need I need some sort of police. It's been 10 minutes now.
Do you understand how bad it is now? You are on your own. No one is going to come save you. You're going to have to save yourself, which means that you're going to have to go in willing to do the thing that nobody wants you to do.
I would love to, but I can't. I don't feel safe doing so. On that.
Motherfuckers, do your shit. Your tail's between your legs. Oh, it's a street. Look both
I'm not
ways.
walking in front of a vehicle. Are you kidding me? And see, and this fucker is going to try to turn onto a one-way street. All right, guys, you got a guy driving the wrong way down a one-way coming after me now, and we have no police here.
This is unbelievable.
Get in your fucking car.
All right, let's exit.
Get in your fucking car. It's fucking simple. Get the fuck out. Yeah.
I don't think that matters until we get a cop here. Are you serious?
Get out. Oh, look. Pick up the pace. Pick up the pace. Put your heart rate
We're
up.
on 33rd. That's what I need. I need somebody on 33rd near Park Avenue, in between Park Avenue and Portland. That's it. In my.
I'm just telling you to fucking leave. Get the fuck out.
Black P coat on. I see no.
Island girl, getting into a fist fight in this situation is a bad move. That I know, I understand that your first instinct is to like fight somebody, punch somebody in the face. No, I promise you. Shoot first, ask questions last. You are not in a fist fight environment. That is what they want you to think. They want you to think you can maybe fight. No. Joke's on you. You have to actually use overwhelming force, and that's not a fist fight environment. I promise you. Because what happens is you're gonna get swarmed. They're gonna crawl over you like a bunch of fucking army ants, and that's an instant fatality. But there's something shocking about gunfire that people don't typically want to run up to the guy unloading on somebody. Mag dumps create all kind of space, I promise you. You have no idea how fast area gets cleared with a mag dump.
That didn't work out for you, did it? What cops say? No officers. Nothing. Yes.
Right here. Right here. He is now.
Left bucket.
That's what you wanted, ain't it?
Here.
What a fucking surprise you tried
Go.
I can't even go high school.
Move. Go. Yeah, man. I didn't mean to stop you. You know what you're doing, but we have no backup. Real quick, without cops.
I said officers aren't able to get to your current location. If you'd like to speak with them, you'll have to move to a different location.
Oh, so the police can't get to 33rd and Portland, or 34th and Portland.
Okay, would you like to move to another location?
I mean, I'm just asking, is that the case? Is that...
Imagine calling 911. You need help right now. And they're like, hey, you got to get to base. You know what I mean? It's like freeze tag or some shit. I can't help you unless you make it back to base, all right? If you get caught out there, well, you just got to stay there, bro.
Take control. Take control of your city.
You said what?
They can't get to 34th and Portland. I'm just making sure. Like, I guess if that's what I got to do, then that's what I got to do. All the, being chased down the street.
Okay, yeah, and I'm telling you that if you would like to speak with officers, you'll have to move to a different location that they can access so they can assist you.
Okay, so they're not coming to this location, correct? I have to go and find them.
Okay.
Bro. I feel like I'm talking to a black chick all of a sudden. Like, can you help me or nah?
If that's what I got to do, then that's what I got to do. All the, being chased down the street.
Okay, yeah, and I'm telling you that if you would like to speak with officers, you'll have to move to a different location that they can access so they can assist you.
Okay, so they're not coming to this location, correct? I have to go and find them myself.
If you're not going to answer my question, are you going to go to a different location?
I mean, I'm being chased down the road. What do you want from me? I have to go. What location do I need to go to?
Go to a different location if you'd like to be. Okay, I'm going to disconnect.
What location do I have to go to?
Can you sue 911 for this shit? I mean, it's not even like he got hurt, so it's not like there's actual injury there, but imagine if somebody actually does die behind that. Like, your family would have to sue 911.
That's unfucking believable. Minneapolis.
I mean, the whole damn city, actually, not 911, but the whole fucking city and the state.
Please. Will
you guys did nothing. Nothing at all. Thank you very much for that. Really appreciate it. It's a great look. They're not here.
They're not.
Wait, what'd you say?
We're getting followed by a Toyota.
We're getting followed by a Toyota Corolla.
White Toyota Corolla.
Are you 100%?
I turned my signal on late to test her, and she did the same. So we'll do a cleaning maneuver. So take a right, and a right.
Oh yeah.
There they are. All right, so you'll probably have to get on it a little bit.
Yeah, go for it.
Things are getting spicy on the ground out there, man. I want to take you guys into the way back when the way back machine. Remember this time? Wasn't this a great time? Remember the mayor?
You have to take responsibility here. I've been coming to grips with my own brokenness in this situation, my own failures. my own shortcomings, and I know there needs to be deep-seated structural reform in terms of how the department operates. The systemically racist system needs to be revamped. The police union needs to be put in its place. We need to make sure that everything from the union contract to the way that the arbitration functions to the way that our officers and the culture in the department behaves, it all becomes
Jacob Fry, we have a yes or no question for you. Hey, this up, y'all. This up.
Niggas have never felt as powerful as they did during these moments right here. Random niggas who ain't never done shit about shit, niggas who ain't never been worth a goddamn penny, felt really, really powerful in this moment right here.
Jacob Fry, we have a yes or no question for you. Yes or no, will you commit to defunding Minneapolis Police Department? What did I say? We don't want no more police. Is that clear? We don't want people with guns toting around in our community, shooting us down. You have an answer. It is a yes or a no.
It's crazy how all the black people just totally refuse to go out there and protest with the white people today. Not a lot of black folk like there was back then. Now it's a very white goddamn blizzard out there.
I'm sure you can see the rush of people coming here. Things got a little bit more tense once again because we had the arrival of Border Patrol Chief Greg Bovino. I'm not sure you can see him. You may be able to see the back of his head, but his presence immediately riled up this crowd. They were yelling at him, again, repeating their desire to get out of here, to leave. Bovino, for his part, is mostly just walked back and forth, but now talking to agents, but not really interacting with protesters in any meaningful way. But again, things here once again at risk of escalating very briefly there, just solely off of his presence. You know, you ask me how people are feeling. Anger is the first word that comes to mind. I've had conversations all morning, and there's several things about this incident that's frustrating for people. One, this idea that federal personnel are descending on the state and causing this sort of volatility that frustrates the community here. There's frustration over the fact that the president and federal officials have rushed to label the shooting we saw yesterday as an act of self-defense, which again has really frustrated people here who say that anyone who watches that video will reach a different conclusion. You may be able to hear some of the flowery language around me that points to that anger, but again, people here of all ages coming here to make their...
This is another mostly peaceful Negro. We are full circle again. We have come all the way back. We have got another mostly peaceful Negro moment.
Opposition ties no, and I actually want to play for you my conversations with young high schoolers, 17-year-olds who are here today, and just to get a sense of why you're seeing people that young coming here. Take a listen.
It's cold, but I believe that injustice should be a reason for us to be out, regardless of like how bad it gets, and especially us youth. I think that we should.
And this is actually why they canceled school today in Minnesota. They canceled school today so the kids can be out there, you know, on the front lines or whatever. They needed kids on the front line. We need bodies, y'all.
Go out and be the voice to stop oppression. Sorry. But yeah, I think that like we should go out and be the voice because we're the next generation. And if we're not doing anything, then who will?
Now, Anna, I want to remind you, very late into the night, thousands of people were gathered.
Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here.
He has a right to protest. You are on conquered land. 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 Listen to me. Listen to me. You guys are on. You guys are on. Don't touch my flag. This is America. This is America. You understand that? This is America, everybody. This is conquered land. We're going to support all you sons of bitches. We're going to support all you sons of bitches. We're going to support all you. Just back up.
Pardoned. And just this week, they're marching down the street to the Capitol again. Why are you shaking your head?
Because this cannot be your go-to.
But no, I'm not saying that.
On January 6th,
I am pro
Democrats said we're pro law enforcement. Today they say they're Gestapo. Which is it? Which is it?
No, I will say the vast majority of Democrats are pro law enforcement, and we believe that law
Tim Walz,
enforcement.
he says they're Gestapo.
Let me finish.
He says they're Gestapo.
Scott,
do you agree?
Scott, let me finish. I do not agree. Let me finish. Many Democrats, and the vast majority of them, are pro law enforcement. They believe that law enforcement should actually get the training that they deserve and they need. Hold on, I'm not done. Hold on.
You don't know about this guy's
Let
training.
me tell you.
Stop implying that he's not trained.
In Minnesota,
he was dragged by a car last summer.
In Minnesota, blocks from where this woman was killed was the George Floyd shooting. What happened at the time is the Justice Department entered a consent decree with the Minneapolis Police Department wanting to provide those law enforcement officers training so something like that would never happen again. And Donald Trump's administration completely dismissed that matter. And so now Minneapolis law enforcement officials are not getting the training that they need.
There is no amount of training that you can implement to deal with an aggravated crowd who is insistent upon provoking. Like their entire method is provocation.
Democrats rhetorically now are not holding back. What does it say about this moment? Is this a breaking point, do you think?
I think this is absolutely an unprecedented moment where we've seen, for the past several months, the Trump administration has said the reason why he's waging this quote unquote war against certain immigrants is to go after the quote unquote bad guys, to keep our communities safe. And that couldn't be further from the truth. As we've seen, how do you go from starting with immigrants to a 37-year-old mother being shot and killed in broad daylight in a residential area, which shows that essentially federal ICE agents have the ability and now the authority to go into our communities with whatever reasoning or rationale that they decide in that moment to go and kill civilians. And just because you're a citizen does not mean you're protected, as we've seen again with yesterday's shooting and killing of Renee Good. But also,
You're
again,
damn right, anybody can get it. She should have stayed home and baked cookies with a little boy.
Entertainment and the assaults of civilians who've been taking peaceful actions to the streets and just caring for their neighbors who are under siege and under threat. But there is a collective agreement that ICE needs to be moved from Minneapolis. They need to go, and the whole agency needs to be abolished altogether. And in addition to that, the federal agents responsible for Renee Good's murder needs to be arrested. Just because you have a badge does not mean you get to kill with impunity.
There's something else I noticed about liberals. They have no objective theory of law. They just look at a situation and be like, he needs to go to jail. Like, that's literally what they did to Trump. If you asked anybody what crimes Trump is really guilty of, they'll be very vague. They'd have to literally Google it up. Because they just want him in jail. Doesn't really matter what the law actually is, what the statutes or whatever actually read like. They just want to use law against you.
And we need to see the agents involved in Renee's murder be held accountable and have a judicial process that does not also have the federal agency overseeing it. We want local ownership and oversight over investigation in the judicial proceedings tied to Renee Good.
No, actually, Albert, it's a little bit more devious. The liberals hate rules, but they love authority. That is actually the heart of like communist and socialistic regimes. Technically, they individually hate rules. This is why all the socialists are billionaires and they go to European countries and eat caviar and have secret girlfriends and yachts and all that shit. You know, Maduro was a baller when he left his country, you know? They hate rules, but they love authority. It's not a contradiction. It's actually the point of it all.
It's murder. We cannot trust the FBI, who is given authority for their agents to go out and kill civilians and residents and terrorize them, we should not trust that they will fairly investigate and hold the agents responsible. And those are the calls to actions. And at the local level, we're doing everything that we can as well to protect our residents. And the next coming days, my office is bringing forward an eviction moratorium. And I hope to earn the support of my colleagues and our residents.
An eviction moratorium. Of course, a fat black chick wants free rent for everybody. She don't want to pay her bills.
On this, because we do know, again, residents can't leave their home without risk of eviction. And they shouldn't risk being evicted from their homes out of fear for not wanting to be detained and separated from their family. So this is one of the ways in which we can help our residents shelter in place while we work on getting ICE out of our communities.
Literally helping you to hide out. That's what that really translates into. We're helping you to hide out. Shelter in place means you can just hide here.
Do you have a better understanding of the victim's activities before the shooting? We're talking about Renee Nicole Good, the woman who was shot and killed as she was in her vehicle trying to drive away. Do you know if the victim was, as Kristi Noem, the Secretary of Homeland Security, said, quote, stalking and impeding their work all throughout the day?
So I don't know anything specific as to this individual, but what I can tell you is as long as this surge has been happening in Minnesota and in Minneapolis in particular, there have been people who have been following behind federal agents as they come in the city and then descending upon locations where federal law enforcement activity has been happening. And that has caused a challenge for us because, number one, we want to ensure that we are enabling people's rights, their First Amendment rights to peaceably assemble and to observe, record, and object to law enforcement activity, whether it's activity being conducted by the Minneapolis police or any other agency. We have an obligation to ensure people are able to do that, but we have to also try and ensure that people are doing so lawfully and peacefully.
It is. So when you saw this video, yes, she is.
Well, she also said that this law enforcement agent was following training. Yeah. It is basic law enforcement training to not step in front of a vehicle that can move because it creates an opportunity for that vehicle to become a death threat and therefore unnecessary shootings like this. So although we don't know who this agent is or may.
Let me find out you're an expert on law enforcement procedures and operations. How many years were you a police? She don't even look like a police to me.
So when you saw this video, yes, she is.
Well, she also said that this law enforcement agent was following training. Yeah. It is basic law enforcement training to not step in front of a vehicle that can move because it creates an opportunity for that vehicle to become a death threat.
Who told you that? Where did you get that from? Show me the police manual you're reading out of. I'm not even saying it's untrue. I'm just curious where you get these ideas from. How would you really know? Are you police, lady?
Threat and therefore unnecessary shootings like this. So although we don't know who this agent is or many details about him, we do know there was an increased goal last year to double the amount of ICE agents. Yeah. And to hit that number, what they did was they removed all age requirements and cut the training program to less than half of what it had been, while also recruiting people with using visuals. I think we have a couple here that are warlike images, like with Uncle Sam, and also references to Halo, which is a single shooter war game that talks about destroy the flood, which is kind of presuming that all of these immigrants are parasitic alien enemies. So it also is recruiting potentially the wrong type of people to come and be undertrained.
What's the wrong type of people? Who are the wrong type of people? I'm curious. What do you think of what do you think that means? The wrong type of people? Too many young white guys who play video games
To do this job. So it's a really sad day to know a woman just lost her life and she had children, and we'll still see all the other things that are let out, but if your heart doesn't hurt, you're in the wrong place right now.
If she was a better mom, this would have never happened. I'm calling it a skills issue. I'm calling it a skills issue. Good moms would never.
It does strike me, Scott, that we actually don't know that she was doing any of the things that you suggested. We don't know anything about what she was doing. I mean, do you know as a fact?
DHS has said out loud today that she had been tracking around ICE agents all day long. That is part of the report.
I think that I've read everything there is to read about this woman so far, and we have very little information about what exactly she was doing. She lives in that neighborhood, it seems, but we don't know that she was a part of a convoy. We don't know that she was trying to do anything particularly with ICE agents. We know her wife was outside of the vehicle recording, but again, we were talking about jumping to conclusions.
You think they may have just accidentally wandered in there?
No, she lives there. That's what.
So your position is that
she lives in that neighborhood.
You say the federal government is lying about them following ICE agents around?
All I'm saying is that we don't know.
That's the point of an investigation.
And that's the point. Exactly.
And I have no problem with an investigation.
When did it begin?
I'm pretty sure I just played the video with the chief police saying that that's exactly what they're doing, is following people around. Let's hear a little bit more from that guy.
The Trump administration was very quick, almost immediately. They were labeling the agent's actions as, quote, self-defense. And Kristi Noem, the Homeland Security Secretary, even called Ms. Good's actions behind the wheel. She said she was involved in an act of domestic terrorism, a direct quote, domestic terrorism. The FBI, of course, will investigate all of this along with the Minnesota Bureau of Criminal Apprehension. Do you have full confidence that the upcoming investigation will be fair and unbiased?
I have no reason to think that the professional law enforcement officers of both the FBI and the Minnesota BCA would do anything other than collecting the facts and the evidence and allowing that to go to its logical conclusion.
Well, let's see how. As you know, Chief, the Trump administration was very quick, almost immediately. They were labeling the agent's actions as, quote, self-defense. And Kristi Noem, the Homeland Security.
I just got a little bit of breaking information here. Apparently, Minneapolis has been kicked off the investigation. The feds have to take over the investigation.
Well, this is breaking
for
news.
obvious
We're still
reasons.
digesting it here as we watch the protesters on one side of Minneapolis and federal law enforcement on the right side of your screen. The protest has been large and then small, and then lots of people have left, and it kind of comes in and out of view. We're covering that, and at the same time, the sanctuary laws may be in play here because the Minnesota Bureau of Criminal Apprehension has just withdrawn its participation in investigating the fatal shooting involving ICE officer in Minnesota. The BCA, this is from a statement from them, is alleging, reporting on that now, was informed that federal authorities had removed the agency's access to evidence, interviews, and case materials. Now, remember, those sanctuary laws prevent anybody in the state's law enforcement or the municipalities from providing evidence or cooperating or even letting ICE do their job. So we know that that was pre-existing. That may play a role here. If they're not going to play ball, why would you hand them all the evidence of your investigation? We'll follow this. BCA says that they are considering coming back to the investigation. I don't know what would be predicated for that to happen, but we wanted to report that to you. We'll move now.
Minneapolis is way too corrupt to handle this. You're going to have to essentially invade the whole state, y'all. We're going to have to invade Minneapolis, man. No, Minnesota. We're going to have to invade Minnesota. We're going to have to bomb Minneapolis stuff. All right. That was enough. I'm going to get out of here. We're going to wrap this one up. I might come back later on. I got stuff to do, though. I will catch you guys later, man. Thank you for coming out. We're going to keep our eye on this developing story. Also, I heard the Senate just tried to block Trump from taking any more military action against Venezuela. A lot of things happening, a lot of moving parts right now. But I will catch you guys on the next one. Thank you for coming out. Thanks for supporting the show. Hit that like button on your way out. Peace, y'all.
It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done.